What is going on, guys? Mendo Trades. I'm reviewing all my trades this week and how I was able to pull 250 beans out of the NASDAQ. It was a tougher week, tougher than it had to be because of one specific day. I'm sure you could see that. Um, but let's run through it um, and do the breakdown here. So Monday, we're just having a really hard time reading the market. First trade was on ES. I forgot the context behind this one. I think it was we had some SMT here. We had a draw on liquidity here. Um, we had we had bearish SMT right here. So a bearish divergence with this high here, and then I think this high as well, and then this high, right? So you can see here we had SMT. Price dumped pretty well. I think I was up $300 at the peak here. I trimmed two, but only made $60. Got hit break even. And then following that, it was just a series of, well, actually, it was just one loss after that. Fairly, I think we swept so much liquidity. I was waiting for us to go up. We did, but I kind of knew that this wasn't the best gap to trade. So it is what it is. I think I lost like 300 on that one because it ripped me. It was just so aggressive. And it hit my hard stop. So I think I lost 300 on that one. And then essentially this was more of just a fail flip, right? We were just dumping so much. Fail flip is really meaning that like, hey, like my initial bias was wrong. There's not like the price is telling me it wants to do something else rather than what I wanted to do. The complete opposite of what I wanted to do. So I think I went in super light. I think I went in for two here, and then I think the final take profit was an H4 FVG. Um, this is the 50% of a 4 hour fair value gap. Was this line right here? So I thought we would hit that. Realistically, I probably should have just. I mean, I think I managed it well. Would have I made $100 off it. I sold one at $200 in profit, so I had one left with $100 in profit, and then I was like, you know what? We tapped off this. I had like a limit order right here. I thought we would go down. I could make 300 out of it instead of 100. But then it obviously moved my entry down to here, and I got stopped out break even. So yeah, not bad. So I was only down $200. Managed the risk really well. Was just kind of following what price was telling me it wanted to do. So Monday was great. Um, Down 200. Next day was up. I think this was a one and doneer. Yeah. So this one was textbook. Um, and I managed it really well. So we swept London low here, pretty much right at market open. I think market open was probably like this candle right there. Maybe even one of these candles. I'm not sure, but we swept London low on NQ. We're at the 50% mark for ES. So there was no entry. There was no way to get in on this on NQ because unless you chased, it just shot up, and I really wasn't quick enough. So I quickly switched to um, MES, and I got in. I chased on MES right here, and I just targeted a fixed 2R. Well, th- so I was targeting a lot higher, um, but I trimmed half at 2R, so I was up $200, and then I watched it come down, and I was like, you know what? This feels like shit if I literally just leave $200 on the table and it never goes back up and hit break even. So I got lucky and price came back up on the following candle, um, and I just closed out the remaining position for another $200. So it was a straight $400 win. was 2R, risk 200, made 400. Really, really, really solid day here. This might have been the best day of the week. Oh, actually, technically speaking, as far as profits, it was the best day of the week. That was great. Wednesday was troublesome. Wednesday was absolutely terrible. It started off like not bad at all. Um, I was just we had news that day. We had CPI, triple red folder. I knew there was going to be a data wick. There was like a 99% chance it was going to be one. There ended up being like a 200-point candle or something along those lines. Um, but yeah, this the first loss was totally fine, right? We swept NQ low right here. I'm sorry, we swept the NQ data low right here, and then we started sharply rejecting from that area as well as a 50%. So really, it was a really solid entry. I didn't get in on NQ because of how small the gap was, but I did get in on ES, and that one stopped me out. My risk was a lot lighter, so my hard stop was here. I got out for $200. So $200 loss, no big deal. Whatever, right? This is where things kind of get tricky because I should not have taken this trade. You can see my entry. I kind of FOMO'd into it, and we were going up so far so fast, and I was like, I think I actually got in on this candle, but right there is where my entry was, and then yeah, it literally just ran through my. Well, I didn't. I should have closed here. I didn't. I actually pulled my stop loss down, which is horrible, um, and it hard stopped me right there. So it could have just been a $200 loss, no problem. I was in super light because I chased so hard. Um, so it really could have been a negative. I could have been down 400, right, instead of uh, the 520 I was down. So that sucked. And then this was a straight up tilt trade. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Really wasn't the best. And yeah, I stopped out for like I think it was just one contract though or something small, if I remember correctly. And yeah, it is what it is. So I lost 588 that day. Realistically, I should have been only losing $400. If I would have taken the same, if I would have taken this if I would have followed my rules, it would have been negative $400. But realistically, like I said, I shouldn't have taken the second loss or the third loss. So is what it is. The following day was a full on battle, right? I didn't really follow my rules too well. If I would have just stuck to the 2R rule that I have, risking 2 for 4, I would have been done on the first trade for this data candle, right? Would have been done. Would have been a $400 day. Everything would have been fine. But I didn't. I didn't even trim. I was up 3R and I didn't even trim half, right? So I literally could have been up $300 and whatever. I think this messed with my head really bad. And I think because I broke my 2R rule, I should have just locked out. I should have just closed the charts, called it a day. That's it. But I didn't. Kept trading. Next trade got hit break even, fixated on the data highs. Um, and then this one, I lost a shit ton. I broke my rule. I should have closed out here. Would have been down 200. And then when I didn't close here and it shot back up, I should have went break even when we hit these highs, but I didn't. And then price literally ripped through, and I think I closed like here. And yeah, I was down like four and change if I'm not mistaken. Um, and then there was two trades here. I forgot what they were specifically, but I ended up making it all back. And I was up 388 in the day, so broke my rules. Wasn't the cleanest day, but we were up 338, not 388, 338 on that day, which is great. Friday was honestly was a gift. It was a gift from God because I was done in 3 minutes off a really solid setup, textbook setup for me. Um, So we had a 15-minute fair value gap. We tapped into it, and we had this small fair value gap right here that we inverted on the 1 minute. As soon as we inverted that, I went in like, I think I was in for 3 or something. I forgot what it was. I think I was in for 3. Yeah, it was super, super light because it was right at market open. And this gap is really small, so I was like, hey, I want us, like, if for me to get out, I would want us to invert this big bullish candle. And yeah, I went in for 3, 200, risking 200 was right here. No, I'm sorry, I was risking 150 because it was light risk. So I was risking 150 right here, and we got a straight 2R at this TP, and I was done within 3 candles. So that's how I went. $250 for the week. If I didn't break my rules, it would have been a shit ton more. And yeah, I just got to follow my rules and stick to closing the trades at 2R or even like 1.5R, depending on the situation, right? Discretionary. I have to have discretion in mind. So 1.5 to 2Rs to 2R, it would have been a done week. Would have been a really solid week. But hey, we ended green. We're at the top of our, we're at the highest balance we've ever had on the account. So is what it is. We came out alive and we're ready to trade the next week with full drawdown, I believe. So thanks for sticking by, watching the video. I appreciate it. I hope you got some value from it. Next week I will be sticking to my rules. Hold me to it. Comment down below that you're gonna hold me to this. Please like, comment, subscribe, and thanks again for watching. I appreciate it. See you soon.